Hola bonitas, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review and wear test on the new Fenty Beauty Pro Lit Naturally Luminous Foundation. Lo tengo aquí and I'm so excited to be reviewing this para ustedes because this just launched and we know Fenty has some amazing products. So I want to show you what this is all about, see if it's worth it. So keep watching if you want to see the full-blown wear test and review. Okay, bonitas, so I am very excited to be talking about this foundation. It just launched and it's so funny because I went in store to purchase it and then literally later that evening I got home and I got a package from Fenty and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like they read my mind. So I am going to be trying out the foundation. I did pick up the foundation in the shade 300. So this is a hydrating and glowy foundation that's waterproof and reduces shine for a notch above natural finish. The coverage is medium, the finish is natural, the formulation is liquid. We love a good long wearing medium coverage foundation. It gives you a golden hour glow in a bottle, hydrates, brightens, and improves the look of skin tone immediately and over time while resistant sweat, humidity, and transfer. So this also does retail for $40 and there are so many shades. So I have here that. Then I also do have here a Fenty Beauty brush. This is the brush 145 and this is a newer brush. I already used it for my short form review, but I love this teardrop shape. I feel like it's almost like a sponge, like it just bounces really nicely on the face. So like always for these long form reviews, I am going to be doing a side with a brush and another side with a sponge. So we're gonna start off with the sponge side and we're going to apply the foundation onto the back of the hand, así, like so. You can see that's what it looks like. It is a little bit of a runny consistency, liquidy consistency. Already feels very lightweight. Like I said, that is the shade 300 and I'm going to apply it aquí, así. Something I'm gonna be on the lookout in this review is if it oxidizes. I didn't really pay too much attention to that when I did my short form review, but I did have some questions on that, so I do want to go ahead and do that. Let me also bring you a little bit closer, así. Okay, so now we're gonna go in and we're gonna begin to just blend that out with the brush. I actually really do love this new Fenty brush. I feel like it is so nice. I love how it really does a beautiful job of like bouncing the product onto the skin. Like, look at that. Because I still am like my winter shade, I do feel like it's a pinch warmer, but I'm happy with the shade because like I said, moving into spring and summer, I am gonna be picking up color. So I definitely need something that's going to just work fantastic. And I'm going to finish applying that on my forehead. On my forehead, I typically don't need that much product. So I'm just gonna take some. Then I'm going to go down the bridge of my nose. Let's see. And you can start to see the difference between having the foundation on and not having anything on. Looks very pretty. I like how it gives a nice radiance. It doesn't look like oily. It just looks like a healthy radiance from within. So we're gonna apply that all over. And look at the difference between the foundation, no foundation. So it covered all the redness, which I love because I do have a lot of redness from the rosacea that I have, and I feel like it did a beautiful job of covering that without it looking heavy or cakey. It looks very skin-like. I feel like the brush also allows the foundation to press really, really nicely into the skin. Entonces eso me gusta mucho. And I do feel like it does set to a really beautiful finish. I see it setting right now. I feel like any area that may be a little dewy, like I do feel like it's kind of like becomes one with the skin in a very healthy way. So I like that a lot. Now we're gonna do the other side, and for the other side I am going to be using a sponge to see how it does with the sponge. And I'm going to begin applying it all over mi carita, like so. And take the sponge and just press it into the skin. I feel like whenever I want more natural results, I go in with a sponge because the sponge can absorb any of that extra foundation that you may not really want on the skin. But this foundation is doing such a beautiful job of not being too intense or too full coverage. Like it looks just right. So I feel like it does a really nice job of not looking cakey or anything like that. How beautiful that looks. Such a beautiful finish. Look at the skin. The skin is just looking absolutely stunning. I do feel like now that I'm seeing it, the side with the sponge definitely does give me a little bit more of a natural finish, especially right in this area. I feel like this looks a little bit more full coverage. So that's just something to keep in mind. But I do feel like both sides look very beautiful. I definitely feel like this is a medium buildable coverage foundation. And I definitely do feel like if you really want to build it up to like a full coverage for like an evening night out or whatever, you can do that. You can layer more product and it layers on beautifully. Or you could also keep it more so like of a natural type of finish. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to finish off the rest of my makeup. And then I'm going to come back and give you guys my first impressions, how I work with the rest of my products, my thoughts, and then we can begin this wear test, because that's what I'm really excited to see how this foundation is going to do por todo el día. So I'm going to put this to the side and I'm going to begin working on the rest of the face. Ya regresé. It is now 9:46 en la mañana, in the morning, and we're gonna talk about the new Fenty foundation. So this is what it looks like. I really love the finish that it sets to. Very skin-like, soft glow finish. Now, mind you, if you are new to my channel, I do have combination skin, oily. I have like a very oily T-zone, but then like some areas tend to get dry. I will say though, lately my cheeks, because of my rosacea, have been more so on the dry side. So I really do appreciate that this foundation isn't clinging onto any of that texture. So I would say if you have like more so normal to like dry skin, I think this does a beautiful job of not being too heavy on the skin or clinging onto any texture or imperfections of the face. So that is definitely a plus for me. Something else I want to point out is that the color is a little on the warmer side, so I definitely feel like for the summer is just gonna look great. Right now it is a little bit off. I probably would go for like a 290 at the very moment, just to like match everything else. But overall, I really do like how it looks. I want to see if it feels sticky. It does not feel sticky, which is definitely a plus. I feel like sometimes with some foundations, you put them on and they feel very sticky, and we're like, eso no. So this is what it's looking like. I will say though, if you are somebody that likes a really matte finish, you will see some luminosity from this. So it's your choice whether you want to go in and set it or you just want to leave it as is. I personally like how this looks right now, so I'm gonna just leave it as is. Now today is gonna be a very hot day in Maryland. It is warming up here. It's gonna be 89 degrees. So it's pretty warm for us right now. It's been like in the 50s. So it's gonna be 89 degrees. So I'm gonna be wearing this for the entire day. I'm gonna see how this does. It's supposed to give us that longevity. It's supposed to be sweat proof, transfer proof, water resistant. So we're gonna see how that does, because one thing about me, I do sweat easily. So vamos a ver cómo nos va. Keep watching. You don't wanna miss this. I'll let you know if this is worth the $40 or no. So I'll see you guys later. Okay, bonita, so here is the foundation in Luz Natural natural lighting. It looks like this. I feel like in natural lighting, it looks great. Like it matches me very well. As you can see, very pretty. I like how it has a healthy radiance from within. It doesn't look greasy, like you guys can see super up close. It just looks very pretty, but obviously this is the beginning of the day. So we'll have to see cómo nos va for the rest of the day. Pero ahorita, I really like this type of look. I'm gonna see you guys later for my final thoughts, but I just wanted to show you guys my in natural lighting clip, which I always like to do. It is now 8:44 p.m. en la noche, and this is what the skin looks like at 8:44 p.m. using the Fenty Beauty Soft Lit Luminous Foundation. Como pueden ver, se ve así, and I have to say, as somebody that does have oily skin, I really like how it looks. I feel like it could look way more dewy, and it doesn't. It looks really nice. Mind you, it is getting hot here in Maryland. Today was like 90 degrees, so estaba sudando, I was sweating, but I feel like overall it looks really nice. It looks fresh. It's still perfectly in place all over the skin. It also still feels very lightweight. I don't feel heavy. I don't feel like I have a lot of makeup on my skin. For me, this is definitely something that I will continue using. Lately, as an oily skin person, I've been into this. I rather something that looks like skin and a little glowy than something that looks too matte and flat on me. Everybody has a different preference, but that's just how I'm feeling. I definitely do feel like if you have normal to dry skin, I think you will absolutely love this foundation. It is so gorgeous on the skin. And of course, most importantly, it is long wearing. Like it wears beautifully for the entire day. Like I said, it is very hot here in Maryland, and we are still really nice and in place. Like, look at that. it just looks so pretty on the skin. So that's pretty much what I'm thinking. Let me know if this is a foundation that you would check out. Now keep in mind, if you are somebody that does have oily skin, they do have a matte foundation that's great, but I really am loving the vibes of this one. That's pretty much it. Let me know your thoughts. Will you be checking this out, yes or no? And let me know what reviews you want to see next, so that I can go ahead and plan those out para ustedes. So leave them down below in the comment section. Also let me know what you thought of this foundation down below in the comment section. I love interacting con ustedes. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. Y nos vemos pronto. Adiós, bonitas.